Guys, welcome back to Analytics with Priyam. So in this video, I'm back with another exciting project that is related to sales. So basically our sales table reside in SQL Server, and this sales table is not normalized. It is holding the information of all the categories, subcategories, segment, manufacturer, and also it is having the information of the city, state and region. So this table, we are going to break this table into different dimension tables. So also we are going to keep this as a fact table, and we are going to create some dimension tables. We are going to normalize this table. In dimension tables, we are going to create the primary keys which will act as a foreign key in our fact sales table. So all these activities we are going to do in our Dataflow Gen2. We are going to pull this table into our Dataflow Gen2 in Microsoft Fabric. We are going to do all the transformation in our Dataflow Gen2 only. Once our all the dimension tables are created, we are going to create another table, that is calendar table, with the help of a Mcode. So once all these tables are created, we are going to store these tables into our Lakehouse. Once our tables are stored in our Lakehouse, we are going to create a semantic model. So in this semantic model, we are going to pull up all the tables in which we are going to create a star schema, and we are going to place our fact table at the center and all the dimension tables at the side by side, and we are going to create the cardinalities between our fact table and dimension table. Also there is one table, that is manufacturer. So we are going to create a relationship with our fact table as well as with our dimension table. Okay, once our semantic model is ready, we are going to pull up this semantic model in our Power BI, and we are going to create a fresh report. So you can see the report which I have created. I'm going to publish this report in our Fabric workspace, and we are going to create a data pipeline in which we are going to put the data flows and the semantic model, and we are going to trigger these data flows and the semantic model for to the schedule refresh. Once our data flow will refresh, it will pull up the most up to date data, and it will pass to the our semantic model, where all the tables will get refreshed and will get the most up to date data in our Power BI report. So please stay connected to this video. So guys, let's back to screen. So first of all, let me go to our SQL server and show you the tables which we are holding. Okay, so here we are having a database called SuperStore Sales, and here in this database we are having two tables. So let me show you the tables. The first one is manufacturer images, and the second one is SuperStore data. So basically this SuperStore data is our fact table, and from this table we are going to derive some more tables. We are basically going to normalize this table. So let me show you what is inside this table. Select star from SuperStore data. So basically it is having a order ID, order date, ship mode, customer ID, customer name. So these two columns we don't need. We don't need customer ID and customer name. We need segment, state, category, subcategory, sales, quantity, discount, profit, region, manufacturer, city. Suppose if it is having near about millions of records, and when we will import it in our data flow and we are going to create a semantic model, then that semantic model will be too large. So we are going to normalize it. Okay. Now let me go into our Fabric account and create a new workspace. So from here we are going to create a new workspace. Okay, here we are going to name it as a SuperStore Sales. Now we are going to create a Lakehouse and a Dataflow Gen2. First we are going to create a Lakehouse because our data will get stored in our Lakehouse. Let me name it as a SuperStore Sales Lakehouse. So our Lakehouse has been created. Now let me quickly create a Dataflow Gen2. So in Dataflow Gen2, we are going to pull up the data from SQL Server into our Lakehouse. So we are going to name it as a SuperStore Sales Dataflow. And in this data flow we are going to transform our data. We are going to normalize our superstore sales table into different dimension tables, and we are going to save those tables in our lakehouse. Also we are going to create a calendar table with the help of a Mcode. So let me get the data from SQL Server database. Here my server name is Priyam and database name is SuperStore Sales. Let me cross check again. SuperStore Sales. Okay, now you have to select your gateways, and here the authentication type I'm going to select as a Windows. Now let me click on next. So you can see it has given our two tables. Now let me select these two and let me create it. Okay, you can see our both the tables are being loaded. Okay, now we have to normalize these table, not these table, basically this table we have to normalize. So let me name it as a fact table, fact sales. And now what we have to do, first we have to select the ship mode, not this one. First let me duplicate this one. Okay, now here you have to select the ship mode and remove other columns. Now we have to remove the duplicates from this ship mode. So you can click on remove duplicates. Basically we are going to create a dimension table for shipment mode. Okay, so we got this unique records here, and now we have to create a primary key for it. So creating a primary key, we are going to go to add columns, and here we are going to create a index column from 1. Now what we have to do, we have to okay, we have to change the name of this. Let me name it as a ship mode ID. Let me name this table as dim ship mode. Okay, this is how we are going to create a dimension table. So this is how we are going to create a dimension table. We are going to normalize this table, and we are going to create some more tables. Okay, so now we need the segment. Let me duplicate this first. We are going to duplicate it. Now we are going to click on segment and remove other columns, removing the duplicates from here. Now we are going to create an index column for it, and we are going to name it as a segment ID. So it has been created from 0. We don't need to create from 0. Starting index we are going to give as 1. Okay, now it has been corrected. Now let me name the table dim segment. Now let me go again and duplicate it. Now we are going to create a table for the location. Okay, so basically we are having state, okay, only state we are having, not state. We are going to select the state, region and city. Okay, these three columns we are going to select. Let me select these and city. Now remove other columns. Oh, what happened? Let me exit this. Let me select again state, region and city, and remove other columns. Okay, now here we are going to remove the duplicates. So how we are going to remove the duplicates from all these three columns? You have to select here. Okay, and now you have to click on remove duplicates. So in all the columns you can see our duplicates will be removed. Now we are going to create a index column from 1. Let me name it as a city ID. Let me name it here dim city. Again we have to duplicate this table. Now we are going to select the category and subcategory, and we are going to remove the other columns. Now again you have to select here on remove the duplicates. Now we are going to create a index column. Let me create it from 1, and let me name it as a subcategory ID. Let me name the table dim subcategory. Again let me duplicate it. Now we are left with the manufacturer. Let me remove the other column and remove duplicates. Creating an index column. Let me name it as a dim manufacturer, and let me rename this as a manufacturer ID. Okay, so now our all the dimension tables has been created. So now we are going to not transfer, we are going to merge queries, and here we are going to select the shipment mode and shipment mode, dim shipment mode. So this will act as a foreign key in our fact table and primary key in our dimension table. Now let me click on OK, and here we are going to click on this expand, and let me take this shipment mode ID. We need this column only. So you can see we got our shipment mode ID. Now the same process we have to do for all these tables. Okay, we have to merge with all these tables. We are going to merge with segment and dim segment table. Let me select this one. Let me bring out the segment ID. Again, we are going to combine it, merge it. Now we need city. For city, we have 3 columns. So let me select all the 3 columns. First, we need to select state, region, and city. Okay, why this one has been selected? We have selected state, region, and city. The same we have to select here, state, region, and city. So here you can see we have selected 3 columns to merge with the dim city table. Why we have selected the 3 columns? If we remove any of the column, you can see we are not going to get the unique values. Okay, when we will select all the 3 columns, then we will get the unique values. So as you can see, we have uh, so basically, as you can see, we have changed the order of the column. So you can see here it is giving 0 out of 2000 rows. So we are going to select the same order. Now you can see 2000 out of 2000 rows are matching. Now you can click on OK, and here we are going to get only the city ID. Now again we have to merge it with our subcategory. In subcategory also we are having 2 columns. So category and subcategory. Category and subcategory we are going to select. If we are going to unselect this, we are going to select only one, then you can see it is not going to find out the columns. So we are going to select this one and this one. Now it will fetch up all the rows. Now let me click on OK. And here we are going to get only subcategory ID. Now again we are going to merge queries, and the last one is our manufacturer. So we are going to select this one and dimension manufacturer with manufacturer. We are going to select the manufacturer ID. So you can see we have created this fact table. So basically fact table is always a collection of foreign keys. So we are having all the foreign keys here. Now let me clean up this table. We are going to select the shipment mode, customer ID, customer name, segment, state, category, subcategory, and region, manufacturer, city. We don't need all of these columns, so let me remove columns. Now we have to change the data type of this order date to date. So now you can see this one is our clean fact table which we have created. Okay, all these steps you can see it is replicating here. Now what we have to do, we have to give the data destination to our lakehouse. One thing more, we have forgotten to add a calendar table. So basically we are having a Mcode. With the help of a Mcode, we are going to create a calendar table. So let me open our Mcode and let me copy this Mcode. Here only you have to change the start date and the end date. Let me go to our data flow and let me get the data from to the blank query, and here you have to paste this one. Let's remove this code, the title. Okay, so basically here you have to modify the start date and the end date. The start date is basically the minimum of the date column and end date is the maximum of the date column. So we can also find from to the SQL. Let me give the code, select max of order date 2023 12/31, and let me give the min 2021 1. Okay, so now let me click on next. It will auto create a calendar table with all the columns. So you can see all the columns has been created here. So we need a month short. Okay, so this one is also created. Okay, month is also there. Now let me name it as a calendar table. And in manufacturer items, here we are going to put the underscore. Now let me give the destination to our lake house one by one. So here I am going to do it quickly. So here our lake house is this one. Here you have to select the schema name. First lake house and the schema name. This one is our DBO schema. This table will be saved in our DBO schema. Let me click on next and save the settings. Like this we have to do for all the tables. Let me speed up here. We have set all the tables, the destination to our lakehouse. Now we are going to save, close and run, and let's wait until it publishes. So now you can see our data flow has been published successfully. You can see the status has run succeeded. Okay, now we have to check whether we got our all the tables in our lakehouse or not. Let me check the lakehouse. In DBO schema, we got our all the tables which we have created in our data flow. Okay, so these are all the tables which we got. So now we have to create a new semantic model. For creating a new semantic model, you have to go to SQL Analytics endpoint. So you have to click on here, and here also you can check in DBO schema in the table section. You can see all the tables. Now here you are going to get the option of new semantic model. So you have to click on here, and here you have to select all the tables which you have created. Now you have to select the storage mode. So direct lake on one lake and direct lake on SQL. So we are always going to select direct lake on SQL. Okay, let me name the semantic model as SuperStore Sales Model. Let me click on confirm. Now let me go to our workspace, and let me click on our semantic model. So you can see we got our all the tables in our semantic model, and here you will see the option of viewing. So once you will change it to editing mode, you can see all the options will be enabled for you. So always you have to change to editing mode. So you can see all the options are not enabled. Now let me select place all the tables one by one. Where is our fact table? We have to place it onto the middle. Calendar table, we are going to place it over here. City table here. Like this we have to place all the tables. Basically you have to create a star schema. So images, this we don't need. This is having basically a SVG codes. We are requiring it, but we don't have to create a relationship here. So let me zoom in, and now one by one we have to create a relationship. So first we will start with the shipment mode. So shipment mode, we are having the ID ship mode ID. Ship mode ID, we are going to create a relationship. Let me drag and drop. Cardinality, you have to choose one to many. Save it. subcategory id, one to many, save it. Manufacturer id, save it. City id, save it. And with the calendar we are going to create a, from date table we are going to create a relationship, and with the segment we are going to create a segment id with segment. Okay, so this one is our model which we have created. Now we have to create all our measures here. Once we are going to create the measures, then we are going to import in our Power BI. This model we are going to import in our Power BI. You can import this model in our Power BI. Afterwards, you can create the measures. So here in semantic model, you can create the parameters. You can add more tables. You can manage the relationship. You can create the calculation group, a new table you can create. Okay, so many things you can create here. You can also create a row level security. Here you can see we are getting the option of manage rules. So here column level security and row level security you can create. So these things you can explore here. Now we are going to import this semantic model in our Power BI. Okay, in semantic model we will also do some of the modifications, just like we are going to create some measures in the semantic model. We are going to do some more steps in our semantic model, just like the month name and month short, we are going to sort it by month so that it will show in ascending order. By month we are going to sort it, month short also we are going to sort it by month. Okay, also here you can change the data type, you can summarize, change the data type, you can change the format. Okay, these things you can explore here. So now we are going to create some measures here. So we are going to create all the measures in our fact table. So let me click on new measure and create the measures. So the first one is orders, and orders we are going to calculate with the order id. So it will be count of order id. And now we are going to create the measure for orders previous year. Orders previous year equal to, so we are going to use calculate, and we are passing the measure which we have created orders, and we are going to use the function previous year and calendar date. So it will give the orders with respect to previous year. Now we are going to create the order variance, orders variance. So variance is nothing but the orders minus orders previous year. Orders minus orders previous year. Now we are going to create one more measure for orders growth. Equal to, and here we are going to use divide function. Divide order variance with order previous year, and alternate result we are going to put as 0. Now we are going to create one more measure for to the arrow. Okay, whether it is increased or decreased. If the order is increased, then it should show up arrow. If the order is decreased, then it should show down arrow. Okay, orders growth arrow equal to, if we are going to use if condition, if is blank, then we should get a blank. Is blank, what is blank? Then orders id is blank, orders is blank. Then we are going to get blanks only. And if it is false, then we are again writing a if condition. If order variance is greater than 0, then we are going to get the plus icon and we are going to get round of orders growth and into 100. Let me close this bracket. Why it is closed? Okay, here we don't have to put the bracket, and round to 1. Okay, after then again we are going to get and we are going to put the percentage also here, and we are going to put up arrow. So up arrow, you can use Windows plus dot, you will get the emojis. Let me select from here, this one is the up arrow. And now the false result will be round orders growth into 100 round to 1 bracket close and percentage and down arrow, Windows dot, and here you will get the down arrow. Let me close the bracket. So this is how I'm going to arrange our arrow section. Okay, now let me create a new measure for orders color. We are going to use conditional formatting for to the colors. If the orders growth is greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0, then we are going to use green, else we are going to use red. Okay, let's create some more measures for profit and sales. So this one will be sales. Sales will be sum of sales let me give as sales underscore 1. Okay, let me create another measure for profit equal to sum of profit, and it will be _1. Now let's import this our semantic model in Power BI. Let me open Power BI. Okay, now we are going to click on the blank report, and let me get the data from Power BI semantic models. You can see this one is our model which we have created. Now let me import it. Okay, once you will import this semantic model, you can see it will be connected live. Okay, all the changes, whatever you will do onto the semantic model, it will reflect in your Power BI report once you will get refresh here. Once you will refresh here. Okay, so now you can see in the model view which we have created. This one is our model, and once you are connecting as a live connection, you don't see the data view. You will not get the option to see the data view. Now let me go to our report view, and here let me do some formatting for to the canvas. So let me choose it as a custom, and height I want as 900, and width I want as 1280. That is okay. Now let me select one background image. So I am already having one background image. So all these I will provide in our description. The dataset and code as well as the images and icons I will provide in description, so that you can also copy and replicate the same. Let me choose our this SuperStore. Now you can see it is not visible here because transparency is 100%. You have to reduce it to 0%. Okay. Now first of all, I am going to put one slicer for to the ear. Let me take one slicer, and I'm going to put the ear from to the calendar table, and let me format this one. I want as a tile. Okay, and let me remove the blanks first. Select all and remove the blanks and hide it. Okay, now let me do some more formatting into this. Okay, yeah, you have to select the button slicer. Let me turn off the title first, and in layout we have to select rows we want 1, columns we want as 4. Now let me turn off the background. Background is off. Now let me go to buttons, and here we are going to turn off the fill and border. Let me place it over here. Now let me go to accent bar, and we have to turn on the accent bar. We don't want at the left side, we want at the bottom. And width we are going to take it as 1. Okay, and color we are going to choose some different color we are going to choose. Let me give the color coding 58CAFD. This color we are going to use. And now the state is, let me select the state. State is all. So once it is selected, then we are going to do some more formatting. Width we are going to increase to 5. Okay, and yeah, let me first select it. Yeah, you can see width is now increased to 5. Okay, and now the text color, you can see it is in white. Now let me go to call out values and state. First of all, let me change the values to some more. Let me increase the font to 14. Not 14, 13 is okay. And when the state is selected, then it should be 14 and bold, and the color will be black like this. And it should be in the middle. Layout in the middle. Yeah, now this one is okay. Okay, now this one you can see it is now. Okay, let me turn on the control option because it will be selected, all is selecting. So let me go to slicer. Now you can click with the control, you can select all the years. With control you can select all the years, and one by one it will select the different years. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to take a new card visual. Where is card new? This one we have to take, and here we have to put, let me put one by one. We have to put the orders, and we have to put sales and profit. Sales and profit. Now let me arrange it. Now let me do some formatting for this. Let me open the format pane, and here first of all we have to turn off the background. Let me turn off the background, and let me go to cards, and in cards we have to turn off the background. We have to turn off the border, and here also we have to turn on the accent bars, and accent bars we are going to keep onto the left position, and we are going to choose this color. Width we are going to keep as 1. Okay, not 1, as 2. Now let me go to callout values, and here we are going to choose 25. Okay, now let me rename this one as sales and this one as profit. You have to remove the underscore. Okay, now let me go to reference labels, and here we have to add the orders variance. Let me add the order variance. Here first you have to select the orders. For orders we are going to select the order variance. So you can see it is showing as -1. The title, I don't want this order variance. So the title we are going to use custom, and here we are going to use PY. This one is previous year. Previous year and dot, not this one, and colon. Like this we have to show. Let me decrease it to 10. Okay, this one is okay. Now let me go to value, and let me click on fx. We have to use the conditional formatting, and we have created the orders color field value, and we have to select orders color. Let me type here orders color. This one we are going to choose. Okay, you can see now it is showing as -1 in red color. Let me bold it. Yeah, now it is okay. Now let me go to details. Let me turn on the details also, and here also we are going to add the orders growth arrow we are going to add here, this one. And here we are going to use the font color. Font color also we are going to select the orders color. Okay, now you can see it is showing as -0.2 and downwards arrow. So now we have to create more measures for to the sales and profit, as like we have created the previous year for orders. So the same reference line we have to create for sales and profit, and for creating this we have to create the measures just like we have created for orders. Let me go to our semantic model and create the measures. So all the orders related measures which we have created, we have to create in the similar manner. So first of all, let me copy orders previous year, and we need to get this for sales previous year. Let me name it as sales previous year, and place of orders, let me change it to sales 1, this one. Okay, now orders variance, we have to create sales variance. Just like order variance, we have to create a sales variance. Let me create a new measure. Let me name it as a sales variance equal to sales sales minus sales previous year. And now we have to create orders growth we have created. In the similar way, we have to create sales growth. And for to the arrow, here we have to do some modifications. As you can see, this percentage 0.2 percentage, there should be a space between 0.2 and percentage, and between percentage and down arrow. So we have to do some modification. Here we have to give some space like this, and here also we have to give the space. Let me tick here, and let me copy this one. We have to create for sales. Let me name it as sales growth arrow, and in place of orders we are going to select sales. Order variance we have to change to sales variance. Orders growth we have to change to sales growth. And for to the color also we are going to create the same. Let me name it as a sales color, and in place of growth we are going to put sales growth. Now let me refresh it from here. Okay, you can see the gap between the 0.2 and percent to down arrow. Now let me do for sales also. Let me create the similar reference for sales. Let me go to format, and here reference labels. Let me select sales, and here we have to select the sales variance. Where is the sales variance? This one we have to select, and the title we are going to choose as custom, and this will be py. And it will be 10. Okay, not 10, let me increase to 12. And for orders also, let me increase it to 12 only. Now let me add the details. Okay, one thing more we have to do. Onto the value we have to select the conditional formatting for this. Let me select the sales color. Okay, you can see it is showing as green color, and display unit I need in thousands only, and decimal places I need as 0. Okay, I don't want to show the decimal places. Okay, now let me add the details. So okay, we haven't bold it, we have to bold it. Now let me turn on the details, and onto the details we have to put the sales growth arrow. Okay, like this we have to put, and the font font color, we are going to choose the sales color. Now it is showing correct. It has also not taken the space. Let me go and check why the space is not there. This one is the orders, sales growth. The space is there, but why it is not showing here? Okay, let me do formatting. Let me refresh it from here. Okay, let's see afterwards. First, let me create one by one. Okay, this one is done. Now we have to create the measures for profit. Let me go and create the measures for profit. So the first one is profit previous year. You have to copy this one. Profit variance. Profit growth. And now we are going to create profit growth arrow. In place of CS1, let me select this one, and profit one we have to put here, and in place of sales variance we have to put the profit variance. Sales growth we have to put profit growth. Let me select this one and control shift L. We are going to put profit growth. This one. And profit colors we are going to sales color. Let me copy this one. Profit growth. Oh, we have to change the name. Profit color. Now let me refresh it from here. And now let me go to sales. In place of sales we have to select profit, and here we are going to select the variance, profit variance. Profit variance title we want as custom, and here we need as py and this will be not bold. Conditional formatting we are going to set. Field value, profit color we are going to select. Not p value. Okay, so let me clear this one. Onto the value we have to select profit color. Now let me go to this decimal places. We want to take it as 0, and let me turn on the details, and in details we have to show profit growth arrow. Font color we are going to select profit color we are going to select here. Now you can see it is showing correct. Okay, now we have to do the formatting for this card visual. So you can select the reference. Where is the reference? And here we have to select all, and we don't need the divider. Let me turn off the divider. Now let me go to spacing, and spacing, outer spacing we want to keep it as 5. Okay, let me keep it as 3, and let me put it little bit more upside. Now this one is looking fine. Now let me select again this one, and we have to add one image here. So we have to do some more formatting for this. Let me, okay, what we have to do, we have to add the reference line, some reference line image into here. So for that we have to create the SVG code for order, sales and profit. So let me show you how we are going to create this. We are going to go to site carry Colosco SVG, and here we are going to get it from here, and here we are going to go to SVG templates. So you can see here this one we need. Let me go to here, and here you have to copy the SVG code for this. These are the lines which we need. Okay, we have copied from here. Let me go to our semantic model, and let me create a new measure. This one is for to the orders. Let me name it as a orders spark line. So this we are going to do some modification. The color we are going to choose some different color. Top line color I'm going to use the hash code. Let me give the hash code 58 CAFD. This one we are going to use, and for to the bottom line we are going to use different color, that is FFB7AB. This one we are going to use, and here finances we don't have. Okay, so here you have to select Control Shift and L. First you have to select this one, financials, then select Control Shift and L, and now change it to calendar. So we have a calendar table, calendar date is there, C will be in capital. Okay, calendar table is there. Let me again select it, Control Shift L, calendar table. Why it is not popping up? This one is, yeah, this one is okay. Let me copy this one and select this one, Control Shift L, and paste it over here. Okay, now we want for to the orders, so here our orders measure will come. Here also orders will come, Control Shift L, orders, and where we have to change, so here we have to change the country. We don't need this country, so we can remove this from, if you can remove this, and from to the bottom you can remove up to here. So now this one is done for orders sparkline. Let me go to our Power BI and refresh it from here, and it will be the image URL. Image URL, you have to change the data type. Okay, now here we have to go to our images, and for orders we have to select this, turn on the image, and here you have to choose image URL. Here you have to select our measure. Sparkline, order sparkline, we have to select. Okay, still it is not visible. Why it is not visible? Okay, the size we have to keep it as 120. What it is happening? Why it is not visible? It's showing like this. Done some modification in this SVG code. So basically I have selected the date column, and here we don't have to select the date column, you have to select the month. Okay, month number we have to select. So our month column is a month number. So we have done the changes here. Now you can see it is now replicating here. In the similar way we have to create for sales and profit. So let me copy this and create for sales. Sales sparkline, and in place of orders we are going to select it sales. Okay, sales underscore 1. Okay, this one is done. Now for profit also we have to create the same. Let me copy it and change the values for profit. Okay, now let me add one by one. Let me refresh it from here. And let me go to images. First we have to select, okay, let me select this one. For sales we have to select the sales one. Okay, and here we have to change the size to 120. It is showing now correct. Let me align it to the left. Okay, upside, let me align it. Now let's go to profit image, and let me choose the image URL. We have to select sparkline for profit. Size will be 120. Upside, and for orders also let me select it to upside. Okay, now let me do some modification in the reference label. Okay, let me select all, and value will be in the middle. Okay, in the layout we have to select the horizontal layout onto the right side. Now it is showing correct. So now we are going to create another chart. Let me take a decomposition tree. Oh, it will be here, this one. Okay, now what we have to put in analyze, we have to put the sales. Let me name it to sales, and onto the explain by we are going to put the categories and the subcategories. Category and subcategory. So you have to click on here, high value. Again you have to click on here, high value. Okay, now let me do some formatting for this. Now here we have to go to tree, and here let me select it to default to dense. Okay, and connectors we are going to select as round, and color we are going to take this one. Now let me go to bars, and here also let me select the same color. So you can see it is showing now correct. Okay, now let me turn off the background. Background is turned off. So now this one is done. Now let's move to next. Next we are going to choose a donut chart. In this donut chart we are going to show the sales by segment. So let me take sales by segment. Okay, now let me do some formatting. Background we don't want, and title we need. Let me rename the title sales by segment, and it should be bold. It should be not 12, 13 is 14 is okay. In the middle. Now let me go to legend. Title we don't want, and position we want at the bottom center. This one is okay. Now we have to change the color of the slices. We have to select home office. For home office we are going to take this one. For corporate we are going to choose some different color, so that is 99D EFC. This one we are going to choose, and for to the consumer we are going to choose some different color, that is D8 EF F9. Okay, inner radius we are going to keep it 80%. And the background is already off, so this one is done. Let me adjust the width. Okay, this one is okay. Now let me go to next we are going to take a sheep map. Let me place it over here, and for this sheep map we are going to show the sales by state. So onto the location we are going to add the state, and onto the color saturation we are going to show the sales. What happened here? Let me again take a shape map, this one. Okay, now in color saturation we have to put the sales. Now we have to do some formatting. Background we don't want. Let me remove this background, and here you can see what are the settings we are going to do. So in the map settings we have to go to zoom, and auto zoom we have to turn on. Zoom on selection we have to turn on, and fill colors we have to go, and here on to the maximum we have to select our color, this one, darker one. Now let me go to blank areas, and here we are going to select the color as white. Okay, and now let me go to border, and border we are going to select this same color, not this one, darker one, not the darken, this one only. Okay, so this one is done. Let me select this one and change the title sales by state. It should be 14 in the middle and it should be bold. Okay, this one is done. Now let me copy this one. So again, we are going to do some modifications. Okay, just check it carefully. So you have to watch it carefully what we are going to do. So here basically we have copied this shape map, and onto the filter section we are going to put the region. Let me put the region, and here we are going to show for the central region. Okay, now we have to do some modification here. Let me go to blank areas, and here blank areas we have to turn off. Title also we have to turn off. And now let me go to max color. Max color we are going to select the gray, this one. Okay, let me place it over here like this. And here let me change the name of sales 1 to sales. Now we have to copy this one. We have to filter by all the regions. So let me copy and paste it over here. So this one we are going to show for east. Now let me again copy it and paste it over here. And here we are going to show it for south. Again we have to copy and paste it. And for this one we are going to show it for west. Okay, now what we have to do, let me take a card visual, and on this card visual we are going to put the sales. Let me do formatting for this one. Here in the callout value we are going to put it as 20. Okay, and let me turn off the background. Now let me put the reason, and for central we are going to show it. And here the sales underscore 1 it is written, we are going to change it to central. Okay, let me align it like this. Let me copy the same and paste it over here, and here we have to show the reason for east. Let me name it as a east. Let me copy the same and paste it over here, and here we are going to show by south. Let me name it as south. Again we have to copy this one and paste it over here. Now for this one we are going to show by west region. Let me name it as west. So our all regions are set. Now we have to create some more measures, not more measures, we have to do some more settings. Let me copy this one, card visual, and paste it over here. Now here we have to show, we have to remove this one, and let me show by sales growth arrow. We have to show this one, we have to show. Now let me go to category label, and here we are going to put it as 10. Let me name it as versus py, vs py. So it is showing correct only, but the colors we have to enable the colors. So let me go to call out value, and onto the fx we are going to choose the sales color. Here we are going to choose the sales color. This one. So now you can see it is showing in green color. Okay, this one is fine. Let me do some more formatting for this. Let me decrease the callout value to 15. Now this one is okay. Category label to 10. Okay. So now let me copy this one and paste it over here. And this one is for east region. Let me copy again and paste it over here. And this one is for to the south region. Let me copy again and paste it over here. And this one is for west region. Okay, now you can see it is showing correct. We have to enable the tooltips also. Let me select this one and go to tooltips. So for it is enabled. Let me change the sales one to sales. Okay, now it is showing correct. For this also we have to change the saturation to sales. For this one also we have to change sales, sales, sales. Tooltips are on for this one. Let me, okay. So now let's move to next. Now we have to take a matrix visual. So let me take a matrix visual and place it over here. And in this matrix visual, we are going to show sales by subcategory. So what we have to do, we have to add subcategory onto the rows. And onto the columns, we have to show by month. Let me take it from to the calendar table, month short we are going to take. And onto the values, we are going to show by sales. So here we are going to select sales 1. Let me give it sales. Okay. Now we have to do some formatting for this. First of all, what we have to do, we have to turn off the column subtotals and row subtotals. Okay. And now let me go to values and alternate background color. Let me take it as white. Okay. Now let me go to borders and let me take the border color also as white. Now let me go to cell elements and here we have to turn on the background. We have to go to FX and here we have to choose some different color. So for to the lowest we are going to select some different color, that is EB F8 FE. This one we are going to select, and for to the highest we are going to select the color 58 CAFD. This one we are going to select. Let me click on OK. Also we have to turn on the font color, and in font color also we are going to take the same color. For to the highest we are going to take 58 CAFD, and the lowest we are going to take EB F8 FE. Okay. Now we have to do some more formatting. Let me go to grid and turn on the horizontal as well as the vertical grid. Let me increase the width. Let me take it as white color, and the vertical also let me take it as 3, and the color will be white. Okay. Now you can see it is showing correctly. Let me arrange it. Okay, now let me go to row headers and increase the font size. Yeah, this one is okay. Let me go to column headers and increase the width. 12 is okay. Yeah, this one is okay. Now we have to turn on the title. Let me turn on the title, and in this we are going to show sales by subcategory. Let me bold it and place it over the center. Okay, now we have to create one more chart. Let me add a table visual here. And here we have to show the columns we are going to add as a manufacturer. So we are going to take the manufacturer from here. Manufacturer we are going to take, after then we are going to take the growth, sales growth. Let me take it from here, sales growth, and also we are going to take sales. Okay, so why it is not showing correctly, let me go here and do the formatting. Not the formatting, do the modeling. Okay, so I have created a relationship with the name to manufacturer, and it is both direction. Cross filter direction is in both, and also here from manufacturer dim manufacturer to factor sales, we have changed the cross filter direction to both. Okay, now what I have done, I have refreshed it from here. Now you can see it is showing the values. Okay, but here sales growth we don't have to show, we have to show arrow, this one we have to show, and sales. Okay, sales, let me give it as like this, and here we have to change the format. Let me take the sales and format it to whole number. 1000 separator should be there, and okay, from specific column, let me select the sales, and it will be in thousands. Like this we have to arrange. Okay, we have to show in descending order. Now what we have to do, the sales growth, here we have to show the colors also. Let me turn off the borders. Let me turn off the totals, and let me go to right click on here, conditional formatting, font color based on field value, and sales color. Now it is okay. and also we have to turn on the data bar. Let me go to cell elements, and here we have to select the sales, and here you will get the option of data bars. Let me turn on this data bars, and here we are going to select the same color. The color which we are going to use is 58CAFD. Okay, now we have to place it over to the middle, to header total in the middle. Okay, and here we have to text color, we have to select white, not white, the same color, this one, or not this one, this one we have to take. And header we have to turn off. Okay, not from here, let me turn on, and let me reset it to default. Display unit is in thousands only, and here we are going to turn on the font color, and we are going to use the same color. Five eight CAFD, this one we are going to use. And the lowest also we are going to use the same, 58 CAFD. Or let's turn off this font color. Data bars color we have to choose the same, 58 CAFD. Okay, and now one thing more we have to do, we have to select the image. Okay, let me select this one, go to here, and in place of name we have to use the image. Okay, let me use the name also and image also. Image, let me move to up, move to top, and image we are going to change the data type to image URL. Let me refresh it from here. Okay, now it is showing. Oh, let me decrease the size. So from here we have to go to image size and decrease the width. Let me take it as 30. Not the width we are going to take it as 70, and height we are going to take it as 40. and let me name it. It will be growth only, and it will be manufacturer. And the name will be upside. Let me move it to top. Move it to down. Okay, this one is correct. Thirty height is okay. This one is okay. And let me do some more formatting. Let me go to values, and alternate background color will be white only. Okay, and the grid lines we have to turn off, horizontal as well as vertical. The borders also we have to turn off. Borders, let me keep it as it is. Okay, so this one is created. Let me move it to little bit down, and let me add the title also. And here title will be sales by manufacturer. It will be bold in the center. Okay, now this one is okay. Now we have to add one text box for to the heading dashboard title. So let me add a text box here, and let me name it as a SuperStore Dashboard. Let me select all and increase the size to 20, not 20, we are going to use near about 32, not 32, we are going to use near about 24. And let me bold it. The color we are going to use the same. Let me select this one and place it to the top. Now we have to turn off the background for this. Now this one is looking fine. So we are done with our visualization. We are done with our reporting. Now let me publish this to our workspace. After then we are going to create a semantic model. After then we are going to create a pipeline in which we are going to put the data flows and the semantic model for to the schedule refresh. It has been published. Now let me go to our workspace. Now we have to create a new item, and here we are going to create a pipeline. SuperStore pipeline. Here we are going to put the data flow. Here we have to select our data flow, the data flow which we have created. This one was data flow which we have created. Now we have to select the semantic model activity, this one. Let me paste, let me on success we have to pass it over to the semantic model. You can change the name, so I'm not going to change the name. You have to select the connection. After then you have to select your model, and here it will load all the tables. So it is loading. Here you have to select all the tables. So now it has loaded all the tables. Let me select all 8 tables are there. Okay, and yeah, now we are going to go to home, and here we are going to schedule it. Let me add the date and time, repeat by daily basis. On daily basis at we need the refresh to happen at 10 a.m. 10 p.m. Start date and end date. You can set the start date and the end date. Time zone also you can set. Now let me save it. So every day at 10 p.m. this pipeline will trigger the data flow and the semantic model for to the schedule refresh. Okay, and our tables will get refreshed, our semantic model get refreshed, and our Power BI we will get the most up to date data. So now let me save it. So everything is done. We are now, let me go to our workspace. So we are done with creating the data flows, the lakehouse, the semantic model, as well as we have done with creating the pipeline for to the schedule refresh. Now, thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.